Hello everybody, it's Rhiannon from Rereads. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning and I can't sleep. I'm in my Harry Potter pyjamas though, it's Hogwarts. Yeah, so I'm in my Harry Potter pyjamas at the moment and it's like, the 7th of October, Wednesday, and I can't sleep. It's a pain in the arse. But anyway, I thought I would bring you my October TBR. And this month's TBR is a bit spooky because it's Halloween and I really want to get to these books if I have time, and if not I will just push them back to November if I don't finish all of them. So let's get started. I really want to finish this book off. This book is driving me crazy. I'm like nearly down 301 pages. It's a funny story because my boyfriend reads quicker than me and I started this book in July this year. It's a reread for me and bloomin' hell is it good. It's a really good reread. So I'm laughing so much because I started it in July. Anyway, moving on. I really want to finish this book off and then possibly read the second book and see how long that takes me. Probably November to July next year. Probably start it in November this year, the second book, and then finish it in July next year. That's how long it'll take me. Because I started this in July and it's taken me like July, August, September, November, about 4 months to finish this book. But I really enjoyed I really have enjoyed rereading this, and I'm hopefully going to finish it off this month. The next book I like to get to is Mr. Monday by Garth Nix. Again, my boyfriend lent me his copy, and I'm hoping to get to it. The next book I would like to read is a classic. I like to read Frankenstein this month by Mary Shelley. Frankenstein is, you should read it around this time of year, but I really, really want to read this classic because I haven't read it yet. It's one of the books I never did at school for some reason, but yeah. And I like this cover. Look how spooky that castle is. That's one hell of a spooky castle. Next book I'm going to get to is a spooky theme as well. It's Half Bad by Sally Green. It's about witches and about a guy who's half good, half bad, and I don't know much about this book, but I love the cover because it's a pretty spooky cover. That's a face. I like the blood. It's like a face with blood on it. And then probably maybe I can get the second book, which is called Half Wild, but I need to read the first one first because I can't buy any more books until I've read the books I've got. Anyway, moving on. Next book I want to read is A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. Yes, I do realise that there's another version with pictures, but I picked this up really cheaply from the works. It was free for £5. I haven't read it yet, but I do love this cover. This cover is pretty autumnal and wintry, and I'm looking forward to reading this. The next book I like to read, and I haven't yet. I know, I should get on this reading thing, shouldn't I, if I'm doing a book channel. Anyway, it's Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. I really want to start this book this month. It does look pretty creepy. I like creepy books. This cover is pretty creepy, I have to admit. So anyway, Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. Next book I picked out from my TBR, and it's not a really Halloweeny book, but it might break up some of the Halloweeniness and scariness that I've chosen, is Austenland by Shannon Hale. Probably won't get to it this month, but I picked this up really cheaply as well. I love anything Jane Austen. I've got all of her books so far, and yes, I like to read this one. Next book I like to read, and it's the start of a series, is The Magicians by Lev Grossman, and if I have time I would like to get to the sequels, which is The Magician's King and the other one which I can't find in my big box yet. I've got a box of books. And The Magician's Land by Lev Grossman, so I like to get to this series in the following months, and I'm going to start with this one. Apparently it's meant to be a pretty good series. Sticking with the Halloween theme is How to Train Your Dragon by Cressida Cowell. It's a middle grade book. I love the film and I want to watch the series on Netflix, and I'm going to read the book. Yes! It's one of those books that you think, it's one of those films that you like, and you realise, oh my god, that's a book. is like, I will watch films and then I'll find out it's a book. It's like, oh my god, is that a book? I have to read that. How did I not know this was a book? So yes, How to Train Your Dragon by Cressida Cowell. Yes, that's how you pronounce it. The next book I like to, sticking with the fantasy thing, is The Girl Who Circumnavigated Fairyland in a Ship of Her Own Making by Catherine M. Vellante. Say that while you're drunk. I dare you. Anyway, yes, I like to read this book. I really like the cover. I really want to pick up the sequels as well because it's something that I might like. It's got illustrations in it. It's a fantasy book and I really, really, really want to get to it. I love this cover. This cover is awesome. I like the dragon. The dragon's cute. Anyway, then I got a book to review and I really want to get to this one this month. I've got loads of books to review. I really need to read. I turned 26 last month and I'd be looking at my shelves and thinking, this year, my goal for my 26th year this year is to read all my books. That's never going to happen, but I like to set it as my goal for my 26th year is to read all my books, at least 26 or more books I like to read by next September. Wish me luck, guys. Anyway, the next book I've got to review is The Long Way to a Small and Angry Planet by Becky Chambers. I got this for review. The concept is quite good. I really like spacey space and Doctor Who is back and I like things set in space at the moment. So yes, I like this cover. So yes, that was my October TBR, the books that I like to read this month to give me quite a fright. And yes, I'm going to read one at a time. That is quite difficult. I tend to read about 5 books and look at my shelves and go, I need to read this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. No, I'm going to read one at a time. One book at a time. Yeah. So anyway, that was my October TBR, brought to you by, sponsored by Hogwarts. And there is another book that it comes out and I've pre-ordered it and things and I'm really, 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 really excited for is I pre-ordered the Harry Potter Illustrated Edition. Oh yes. Oh yes, that is coming in the post and all my books may or may not be halted so I can read that with a hot chocolate. I don't know because I don't want to read it too quick and then have to wait a whole bloody year for the next one to come out. Anyway, the Harry Potter books are getting redone with illustrations for the next 7 years. 7 years of being a Harry Potter fan again, to collect all the books again, and to look at pictures. Yes. Fangirling there. Anyway, that was my October TBR loveliness, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.